Just starting with, hi, I'm Kathy Harris, one of the facilitators of the DH Leadership Seminar at the Digital Humanities Summer Institute. And I just want to open us up with a little bit of ideas about what's leadership. My pathway into digital humanities is really through the institution that I've experienced for the past 20 years at a public university. And I've had to use early forms of minimal computing. And in fact, Rebecca Frost Davis and I, we really talked about our work in a recent publication as being itinerant entrepreneurs. And we said that because we were thinking about we had to, in the very early days, host our own servers, figure out software, create curriculum, new tools, understand the longevity of a project. And then we had to rope other faculty and students in and teach them 1 year what is DH, and then the very next year start all over again. But we really believed in the advancement of DH, and that led us to different leadership roles. But since that article was published, we've both taken on administrative roles that allow us to move beyond the hack versus yak dilemma and instead really think about the ethos of DH, which really rests for me in how to support collaboration through scholarship, DH projects, and curriculum. And at this point, for me and for others, DH is also about engaging with all parties in finding funding, innovation, creating sustainability, and really avoiding the eternal September that early DH faced. We focus on collaboration. How do we fund, teach, and prop up and help people through collaborative efforts? For this seminar, we're less concerned about who's in and who's out, even in DH leadership, because leadership comes in all forms in communities, from community members, students, all the way up to large projects in collaboration with multiple well-resourced libraries or initiatives. Everybody is welcome to come learn about what is their form of DH leadership.
Thanks, Kathy. I'm Glen Layne-Worthey, another of the instructors for this course. Kathy's segue is perfect for what I wanted to say about DH leadership, and that is that it happens at many different scales and in many different contexts, from managing a small project team to leading a large international professional organization, and everywhere in between, including, of course, the sorts of chairs and deans roles that were the focus of previous iterations of this course. We hope to acknowledge in our discussion the wide variety of roles and responsibilities in the DH landscape that may not be directly concerned primarily with DH research or coding, but are nonetheless essential to a healthy DH ecosystem. Not only academic administration, but also the infrastructures of funding agencies, professional organizations and consortia, policymakers, workers in DH support units, as problematic as the support term can be, such as libraries and many others. While addressing this swath of essential DH activities broadly, we'll focus our deeper discussions on the particular concerns of the course participants themselves, you all, we hope, and we'll share our own particular experiences and career trajectories. We're all open books, and we hope you'll come with open minds and questions as you engage in your own DH leadership journey.
Thanks, Glenn and Kathy. My name is Ray Siemens, the third of three instructors in this course, and I'll begin by talking a little bit about history. We've talked about the present. We are thinking about the future, all of us, but some might remember the Chairs and Deans course that ran for well over a decade at DHSI, focusing on elements of those particularly in administrative positions wanting to support, encourage, augment digital humanities pursuits. Harold Short and John Unsworth were also very, very much involved in that offering. This offering, DH Leadership, is based on some of the same elements of that one, broadening out the focus to include the many types of leadership already gestured towards and beyond, including admin concerns, but also beyond, like for those thinking about large teaching or research initiatives, those considering roles in DH organizations, and beyond that too. So this course is intended for those interested in or those considering any type of leadership role in DH, including leads for these types of larger endeavors. It follows the model, though, of the Chairs and Deans course, which is largely consultative. The idea is to establish a cohort that meets in person at DHSI, meets as a group for a number of dedicated presentation and discussion sessions throughout DHSI, but also allows those enrolled in this particular offering to audit other offerings, to broaden out focal points and areas of interest and expertise, and at the same time offers the opportunity for individual consultations, as well as group discussions on topics that arise during our week together. It's a seminar-style, audit-oriented course. Really hope you'll join us.